Okay, so the Rings of Power Season 2 has definitely sparked some strong opinions. Let's be real, a lot of people out there are not thrilled with this show, but here's the thing. Even if you're not a fan of the creative choice, there's still something magical about returning to Middle-earth. Instead of focusing on the debates and disagreements, we can celebrate the things that unite us as Middle-earth fans. What if we appreciate the epic scope, the stunning visuals of the season? My name is Christian from Being Premiere, and let's begin. Okay, so we know Sauron is back, big deal. Haven't we seen this before? But this season, the danger feels more immediate, more personal. He's not just a distant threat, he's here in Middle-earth, and his seductive power are about to be unleashed in ways we never expected. We find Galadriel consumed by guilt and fury. She has a strong desire to hunt him down. That she inadvertently helped to empower her quest for vengeance is a driving force, but it also threatens to consume her, to turn her into the very weapon she fears most. Elrond, ever the voice of reason, tries to guide her in the first 3 episodes to temper her rage, but even he cannot deny the urgency, and this urgency that makes the episodes so gripping. We quickly learn that Sauron has already moved with a speed and move that rivals even the most experienced elves. He already infiltrated Eregion disguised as a charming Halbrand, and he's begun to manipulate the Master Smith, Celebrimbor, planting the seeds of the creation of the Rings of Power and becoming the Lord of the Rings. And one of the most chilling reveals is his transformation into an elf. Taking on the new look of Anatar is tempting to believe that he could simply conquer Middle-earth with brute force. After all, we have seen the might of his Ark armies, but he's a master of deception. We know that he's a manipulator of hearts and minds, and this new form reflects a genius strategy. Why choose an elf form? Well, elves, for all their wisdom and power, have weakness that he can exploit. They are driven by a desire for beauty, for knowledge, and for a way to preserve the fading light of their world. Anatar, with his charm, his knowledge of craft, and his promise of power, embodies all of these desires. We see this play out in his interactions. Celebrimbor, the elven smith, blinded by his own ambition to create something of lasting beauty. This is why he's drawn to Anatar's ideas and guidance. He doesn't realize that he's been subtly manipulated, led down a path that would ultimately serve his dark purpose, the transformation of Halbrand into Anatar, and I cannot wait to see more of this. By episode 3, his insidious plan is well underway. So now he's not just whispering ideas into Celebrimbor's ear, he's actively guiding the forging of the Rings of Power, using his knowledge of elven craft and his persuasive charm to accelerate the process. And while the elves believe they're creating objects of beauty and preservation, they're unwittingly forging the very instruments of their own downfall. At first glance, it seems like the Rings of Power are a noble endeavor. Celebrimbor is driven by a desire to halt the elves' fading, to preserve their connection to Middle-earth. But as we can see, this might be far more sinister than he knows. Now connecting to this is the dwarves. Connecting to this are the dwarves unknowingly play a crucial role in this. They discovered Mithril in Season 1, and Elrond, desperate to save his people, sees this as the key to their survival. As we saw, this helped the elves, but now we can see how this is being manipulated. But what Elrond doesn't realize is that he's playing right into his own hands. Mithril, when combined with other materials used in the forging process, will enhance the power of the rings, making them far more dangerous Celebrimbor ever intended. Now there's so many plot lines in the first 3 episodes that I wish that they release each episode week by week, but hey, something that we also see throughout the episodes is a stranger's journey east, where he takes on an almost mythical quality in these early episodes, as if he's stepping into a forgotten legend. He's a man without a past, guided by only fragments of a memory, a constellation etched in his mind, and an undeniable connection to powerful primordial forces. The question that is here, who is a stranger and what role will he play in the fate of Middle-earth? Is he a force for good, as his healing touch and his empathy for the Harfoots, or he something far more dangerous, a being whose powers could be wielded for both creation and destruction? So by the end of episode 3, 3, the stranger journey has taken a darker turn. The tornado that he did, the hostile encounters, and the pursuit is testing him and forcing him to confront the full extent of his powers. The introduction of the new mysterious dark wizard, a figure who might be the enigmatic Sauron, the stranger amnesia, the stranger's memory loss, his connection to nature, and his growing powers have sparked endless debate among fans. Who is he? While episode 1 offered clues, the following 2 chapters delve deeper into the mystery, leaving us with more questions than answers. It's easy to assume, based on those early scenes and season 1, that the stranger might be Gandalf. Maybe his kindness toward the Harfoots, his love for nature, and his apparent bewilderment at his own abilities echoes the characteristics we know and love about the Grey Pilgrim. But Rings of Power is a show that loves to play with our expectations, connecting together the Tolkien lore with original storylines. So hey, who knows who he is? His connection to the constellation, his encounters with the nomadic people of Rune suggest a path that has far more complex than Gandalf's traditional arrival in Middle-earth. The episode highlights the stranger's struggle to control his immense power, the accidental storching of the earth, the whispers of ancient magic. Now another storyline in this episode is Numor, the island kingdom of men. This might seem like a paradise, as we know, a beacon of civilization in a world that is threatened by darkness and destruction. The reality might be far more unsettling than a simple power struggle between the queen and her advisors. Episode 3 reveals a kingdom on the brink of fracture, its people divided by fear, ambition, and a growing distrust of the elves. We see the queen turn between her duty to her people and her own doubts. She's haunted by a vision of Numenor destruction, a wave that could engulf the island and wipe away its legacy. Her struggle to maintain control, to balance the competing voices of her advisors, is a reflection of the kingdom's own internal conflict. We see how now the return also of the evil Sauron only amplifies the queen anxieties. But Numor destiny is not solely in the queen's hands. As we know, Farazon, her ambitious cousin, is watching and waiting, and his influence over the queen is growing. His manipulation of the political climate, his subtle appeals to the people, and his resentment of the elves, this is steering the kingdom towards a darker path. And then the final scene, Muriel, desperate for guidance, turns to the Palantir, the stone or the magic ball that holds the power to reveal both the past and the future. But she continued to see the same thing. Now everyone knows, and this is set up for the future episodes. The appearance of the eagle at the end of the episode is more than just a dramatic visual. It's a symbol of the Numenor, their connection to the Valar, and the power they once wielded. But what does a presence mean in this moment of crisis? Is it a sign of hope, a reminder of the Numenor greatness, or is it a symbol of doom, a foreshadowing of the inedible? Farazon wants to take control of the kingdom and control the queen, but let's see what happens. While the fate hangs in question, the seed of destiny are so elsewhere. We see new characters like Estrid, a woman whose connection to the Southlands and to a familiar face from season 1. We see that at first she might seem like a minor character, but now he appears to be working for the orcs, so let's see. He encountered Isildur, and now the escape from Mordor immediately piques our curiosity. We know that Isildur is still alive, a fact his father is not aware of. So episode 3 also explored that the death of Branwen. This was truly unexpected, and honestly it wasn't why. The funeral scene is powerful, it's simplistic, but there's no grand speech. Arondir's silent rage, his grief with the desire for vengeance. Now, there's so many storylines in this show that it's so hard to keep all of them in one video. I will continue to do videos. I want to do a video talking about the first 3 episodes. I just want to do a video talking about the first 3 episodes, what is going on, and how I set up episode 4. But what are your thoughts on the first 3 episodes? Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Leave your comments below. My name is Christian from the Premiere, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.